Hello, this is Gravity Challenged. Today I'm going to be showing you what's in the box of the Revell model of the L4500R Maultier. This is a very nice model. It's, as you know now, it's made by Revell and it's in 1/35th scale. It's a half-track truck that was produced by the German military to cope with the rough and often muddy terrain that they were encountering in Russia. And this is what Revell has provided you for the kit. A whole selection of very high quality parts. First thing we're going to look at is the track links. You'll notice that they're all individual links and lengths. This makes it nice to put together and gives you a lot of detail. You'll also find that there are no mold release marks on the tracks, so you don't have any of those little circles to fill when you're working on them. There's one piece of track that when you look at it, you'll see that it looks a bit bent. It's supposed to be like that. It's not a defect. They've made this to come off of the drive sprocket at the back, so it gives you a natural track sag. You'll also see here that they have included the spring suspension from a Panzerkampfwagen 2, and that's where the tracks it came from as well. Here we look down and we see the bogie wheels, and a bit further over you can get a glimpse at some other parts that you're going to be using for the track portion of the vehicle. You get 2 frets of these, one for each side. The next parts you're going to see are the parts that go under the hood. They can include parts for an engine. It's a nice detail. You can always add to it if you like, but it's a good start for you. It's at least an engine included instead of just an oil pan and a part of a transmission. They've done this because they've also included a mechanic and a driver figure. They're not bad figures on their own. The mechanic, for some reason, they decided to make without a shirt. I don't know why they did that, but they did. It's different. Give them credit for being different. I still would rather they had a shirt for him. I'm trying to get an angle that we can see his head. I don't want to take it off of the spur. There we go. That's not a bad look. That's the back. The mechanic's head. Now we'll go and see the driver figure. Oh, there's a nice look at the grill radiator. Nice detail on that, eh? Bit of careful painting. Here's the driver. He's in his full uniform. It's nice to have somebody to put in the cab. There's the back of his head. Now we're back to the mechanic again. Try to get a look at his face. There. Not half bad, eh? Putting a lot of time on the figures to show you, because often people aren't too confident about a figure from Revell. Now we'll try to get the driver's face in. We've seen the back of his head. There, that's not bad. Get a bit of a look there. Not half bad. Well, here is the cab, the engine cover, and so on. zoom out again. That's the back of the inside of the cab. There's some mold release marks there that can be easily filled. Fenders. There's the doors, nicely detailed. There's the part you're going to see a lot of. That's the sides of the front end of the truck. Nice looking. Now you can, of course, you have the option of opening that up too. So the mechanic can be working on the engine, like on the one of the pictures on the box. I'll show you later if there's time. Here is the floor. Look at all that lovely wood grain they put in there. More parts for the box. There's the side panel. And I'm going to flip this over. See, this is the sides of the high rails. So you have the choice of putting high or low on. Now, this is flipped over. Look at that wood grain on both sides of the floor. You don't get that all the time. There's a part of it, the front. Very nice detail on these parts. I don't think they've missed anything. Here's the final fret. These are parts that you use for putting the tracks on the frame. Yeah. If you notice, there's not one single warp part on here. They're perfect. They're all there. They're all perfect. That's not something you get all the time. There's a little treat coming later for you. And here is a look at the suspension springs. You'll find you might have some parts left over because they have all the parts that you'd need to build the regular version of this truck with the wheels in the front and the back. There's going to be a few leftover parts. Here are the clear parts. Yeah, clear parts. You don't have to cut these out either. This nice molded plastic, beautifully done. You got the clear windshield. Underneath it is the rear window. Underneath that you have the side windows, plus clear headlight lenses. So you have the option of giving this truck clear headlights or building it with the blackout lights. Both are included. There's also some very nice decals. Try to get a close-up of that for you. There. Now with these decals on the side here, and the big white ones, you could probably make this truck to go with any unit that you chose that were using these vehicles. They have the markings here for a unit in Italy and a unit in Russia. So you have a choice there too. One's gray, the other one's sand with the camouflage on it like you see on the box picture. Let's look at the instruction manual. I was saying about unused parts, look at all the little dots, that's parts that are extra. Here's the assembly drawing for the engine. And the frame. You can see how well these are done. They have nice big arrows, clearly drawn. So it should not be too difficult for most people to follow these instructions and come up with a nice model. Now they've given this a skill level of 5. which means it's for experienced modelers that are used to working with small parts. So that's something to consider when you go to buy it, because the tracks like this can be a little challenging to build if you're not used to working with small things. If you are, you shouldn't have any problem with this kit at all, and have a great time building it and have a great display piece. So would I recommend it to someone to purchase? I sure would. It's a great model. So enjoy the hobby and have fun. Till next time, see you later.